Hey, listen everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some more NBA news, and we're going to be talking about the fact that it's reported that the Cleveland Cavaliers have a lot of not a lot of trade interest, sorry, a lot of interest in LaMelo Ball. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, LaMelo Ball currently plays for the Illawarra Hawks, which is an NBL team in Australia, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to see them very soon, and because obviously I'm an Australian myself, and yeah, it'd obviously be very cool to see LaMelo play. But the thing is, there's a couple of teams that obviously have quite a bit of interest in him. You wouldn't really think the Cleveland Cavaliers would, but they're in a very sticky situation at the moment where maybe LaMelo Ball would be a very good pick to potentially see on the team. Now, obviously, just based on the fact that a lot of people would be saying the fact, potentially, the Cavs have taken 2 point guards in the last, 2 drafts with their top 10 picks. They took Colin Sexton at pick 8 in the 2018 NBA draft, and then they would go on to take Darius Garland at pick number 5 in the 2019 NBA draft. Well, the thing is, we obviously know Colin Sexton seems to be a very, very good scorer from what we have seen. He has played, obviously, pretty much his whole entire minutes at shooting guard this season for the Cavs, due to having to move to make way for Darius Garland, really, because of how Darius Garland is supposed to be a better playmaker and all of this stuff. Well, it doesn't really look like that's actually come up to be the case. I mean, there's been a lot of problems with the Cavs playmaking again this year, and it's not like Darius Garland has seemed to be the resolution slash fix for that. Obviously, you got to give him time, but again, it doesn't really look like that he has been necessarily the fix for that problem just yet. LaMelo Ball would obviously be very, very good for that. LaMelo Ball, a lot would consider to be a pass-first point guard, and I feel like would be able to help the Cleveland Cavaliers out quite a bit with that stuff, with, playmaking and all that stuff. It's also reported that, yes, as I was saying, the Cavs have extensively been scouting potential number 1 pick LaMelo Ball, and this is all being reported by Sam Amico. Now, again, LaMelo Ball, I think, would definitely fit the Cavs. Now, who would make way for LaMelo Ball? Now, Darius Garland, who's had a very slow start to the season, I doubt the Cavs would look to trade one of the two, but if it was out of Colin Sexton or Darius Garland, who they would trade, for some reason I feel like Colin Sexton would be the one they would look to trade, but in my opinion, it should probably be Darius Garland. I mean, he's not exactly the player that they thought he would be. To be honest, I don't think they should trade either of them at all. I think both of them should be off limits, and if they do get LaMelo Ball, they could move one of them to the bench, obviously, and play LaMelo Ball at shooting guard, and yeah, just potential, that could be really the whole case and whole situation. Plus, LaMelo Ball does give the Cavaliers height. Now, the thing is as well, is LaMelo Ball at times with Illawarra, I believe, has actually played small ball, small forward, not, starting position or anything like that, but has switched onto small ball, small forward when the rotation needed him to, and all that stuff, and did a fine job. Like his brother, he seems to be a capable defender and a pretty decent defender. The only thing that's different with him and Lonzo, I would say, is he has obviously a lot more athleticism than what Lonzo Ball does. I'd say he's a better shooter, way better three-point shooter, obviously, even though he had a very rough start with Illawarra with shooting. He definitely improved towards, the next couple games or whatever, and has been a pretty decent shooter recently, I would say. Don't know if that's going to be the case still and remaining, but again, who really knows? I think he is still a decent shooter. I would say he's a better playmaker even than his brother. He's taller, he's probably quicker and faster, more athletic. He's just a real big upgrade over Lonzo, and I feel like he actually does have potential to improve his shooting ability, which I don't know if Lonzo really is going to be ever going to be a very decent shooter. I think LaMelo obviously definitely has the capability to, if he's not already, after he has already improved since he's played at Illawarra. And yeah, I feel like LaMelo would be a decent selection for the Cavs. Now, whether he's a better selection than what potentially James Wiseman would be, I don't really know if he would, to be honest. I really think that if the Cavs did somehow, win the lottery, I really don't know who they should pick. I don't know if it's Wiseman or LaMelo Ball. Obviously, I'm a Cavs fan, and the obvious choice would be James Wiseman, because they don't have a decent center. They got Tristan Thompson, but he'll probably get traded, so they probably won't have a decent center. The thing is, James Wiseman, he's probably a safer pick. They get what they need. They get the center position, but I think he has, some more of Anthony Davis potential. I don't know if he's ever going to be as good as Anthony Davis. Probably not. But obviously, I feel like there is potential there. But LaMelo Ball, there's just something about his game. If you watch the Illawarra Hawks, there's something about him. He's a good defender, a good playmaker, and it's just something that, yes, the Cavs desperately need a center, but they also need playmaking, like, desperately, and they also need defense. They need everything, to be honest, and the four main things I'd say they need is consistent shooting, defense, playmaking, and a solid big man, which they don't really have, as, Thompson, who will most likely be traded, Tristan Thompson, who, Kevin Love, who will most likely be traded. And, yeah, I feel like with James Wiseman, yes, they fill in the gap of getting a big man, but do they really fill in the gap of shooting? Do they really fill in the gap of playmaking? No, they don't. But they will most likely also fill in the gap of defense. But I feel like if they got LaMelo Ball, they'd fill in more gaps than they would with James Wiseman, if you know what I mean. As I was saying, I'm not saying that LaMelo Ball is a better fit than what James Wiseman is. I'm just saying that there is more gaps to the Cavs' problems that I feel like they would be able to fit in a lot more. Not just that, LaMelo Ball, obviously, he can play many positions. He can play point guard, he can play shooting guard. He's oftenly, played a bit of shooting guard at Illawarra as well when, I think it was Dylan Brooks actually took the ball down the court. He would play shooting guard, and he's also matched up and defended small forwards in the NBL. And I know you might be saying, well, the NBL is not exactly the NBA. Well, the NBL is still a professional basketball league, and is some people would consider the second best basketball league in the world. So, it's a very interesting situation that the Cavs are looking into LaMelo Ball, and really it obviously all comes down to the lottery. If the Cavs win the lottery, yes, they could go after LaMelo Ball. If they don't, their chances are probably a lot less. And again, I have no idea what's going to happen, and I do think LaMelo Ball is probably the next best fit for the Cleveland Cavaliers after potentially James Wiseman. But some could even argue that there is no doubt in it that James Wiseman is the better fit. But to be honest, I would really like to see LaMelo Ball in a Cavs jersey. As a Cavaliers fan, I think that it would be really cool. And if they get either one of them, I would obviously be happy. But again, they would have to win the lottery, and that might not happen. So, yeah, I really don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA news and sports content. Don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on the Cleveland Cavaliers potentially drafting/scouting LaMelo Ball? Do you guys think it's a good idea? Do you guys think it's a bad idea? I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channels. The links for them are also in the description down below. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.